Assalamu alaikum to all of you. I hope you will be fine. This is New Oxford Modern English Book 2. So come to the page number 34. So first of all, take out your pencils and write date and day on the top of the page. Okay, so today we are going to start unit number 5 and the title of the unit is The Mullah's Son. The Mullah's Son. So through the title we are having an idea that the story is about Mullah and his son. First of all, we have some words to know, and the very first word is behave. To act in an acceptable way, being polite and good-tempered. To act in an acceptable way, being polite and good-tempered. So behave means to act or react in a particular way. It simply means how you deal with others. And the next word is court. The ministers, officers and officials who attend a king. So the court is a place where a meeting held among ministers, officers and officials to discuss important issues. Next word is decided. Made up one's mind. So you can say having clear opinion. And the next word is directions, lines, points in different places. So directions are the positions where someone moves. Next is famous, known by many people. So it simply means well known. Next word is shocked, upset, surprised. So it means feeling very upset. And the second last word is speechless. Not able to speak, silent. So it means not capable of being expressed in words. And the last word is troubles, worries, problems. And it simply means having difficulties. So in this story, there are 3 to 4 main characters. And the first character is Akbar. Can you see in this picture a person who is wearing red dress? Yes, he is the famous King Akbar. And the second character is Mullah Do Pyaza, who was very funny man. And in this picture, a person who is wearing blue dress is Mullah Do Pyaza. And the third character is Mullah's son Rafiq, who was very naughty. And the fourth character is Mullah's wife. Now let's start reading. Over 400 years ago, there lived a king called Akbar. He was such a great king that he was called an emperor. So emperor means ruler of an empire. Akbar lived in a huge palace in Delhi. So huge means very big. And Delhi is the capital city of India. At Akbar's court, there were many famous people. There were artists and musicians, dancers and poets, and clever scientists and writers too. There was also a very funny man there called Mullah Do Pyaza. So many years ago, King Akbar lived in his palace in Delhi, and Delhi is the capital city of India. In his court, there were many famous people. There were scholars, artists, musicians, dancers, writers, and poets. There was also a very funny man called Mullah Do Pyaza. So turn to next page. The Mullah made the emperor laugh. When the emperor was sad, he called for the Mullah. Where is my friend Do Pyaza? Bring him to me now. So the king was very fond of Mullah Do Pyaza because of his wits and words. Whenever the king used to feel gloomy and sad, he used to ask his servants to bring Mullah to him. Next paragraph is, the servants in the court went off in all directions. Soon Mullah Do Pyaza was brought before the emperor. And very soon the emperor forgot all his troubles. He rolled about with laughter. So laughter means sound of laughing. And the explanation of this paragraph is, at once the servant used to get scattered in the city and fetch Mullah to the king. As soon as he came in front of the king, Mullah used to say different jokes and used to amuse the king. Mullah Do Pyazza really was a very funny man. Nothing surprised him and nothing shocked him. He always had something to say. He had a quick answer for any question. So he was really a very funny man. There were no questions which Mullah couldn't answer. Next paragraph is, one morning Mullah said goodbye to his wife and son and went off to the court as usual. His son Rafiq, who was 6 years old, began to behave very badly. His mother, the Mullah's wife, was very angry with him. "You bad boy," she shouted and chased him out of the kitchen. The frightened little boy ran to his room and hid under the bed. His mother decided to leave him there. Rafiq stayed under the bed all day. So one morning when Mullah was leaving his house, he said goodbye to his wife and his son, who was very naughty. At that day, his son misbehaved with his mother very badly, and the mother got furious. She chased the son out of the kitchen, so the boy got frightened. He went and hid himself under the bed all day. Next paragraph is, Rafiq behaved very badly today. The Mullah's wife said when the Mullah returned in the evening, "I chased him and he is hiding under his bed. I am worried about him now, but he won't listen to me. You go to him, talk to him sweetly, and ask him to come and have his dinner." So late evening when Mullah came back to his home, his wife narrated the entire incident. She also said the boy must be very hungry. Fetch him out and give him something to eat. Next paragraph, Mullah Do Pyazza went to Rafiq's room immediately. So immediately means at once. He peeped under the bed. Yes, there he was, resting peacefully against the wall. So when Mullah Do Pyazza went to his son's room and peeped under the bed, the boy was sitting exactly where his wife told him. The Mullah did not want to frighten Rafiq. He lay on the floor and put his head right under the bed. The little boy smiled brightly. "Hello, father," he said. "Have you been punished too?" So when the boy saw his father, he smiled and said, "Dad, you too are punished?" So turn to next page. Never mind, there is plenty of room under here for both of us. Crawl right in and make yourself comfortable. So let me tell you students, this is not comfortable, this is comfortable. It has only 3 syllables, comfortable. So don't pronounce comfortable, it's comfortable. So the boy said to the Mullah that, "Don't worry, make yourself comfortable, crawl up here, I have enough space for both of us." For the first time in his life, Mullah Do Pyazza found himself speechless. He crawled under the bed and joined his son. So for the first time, his 6 years old son made him unable to speak. So in reality, sometimes children make parents speechless, but we always respect our parents. So next is exercises. A. Comprehensions. Answer the following questions. Question number 1 is, in which city was Akbar's court? So Akbar's court was in Delhi, and Delhi is the capital city of India. B. What sort of people were at Akbar's court? So at Akbar's court there were many famous people like musicians, dancers, poets, scientists, and a funny man called Mullah do Pyazza. Question number C. What was Mullah do Pyazza's work at Akbar's court? So Mullah do Pyazza was a jester at Akbar's court, and jester means a professional comedian who employed to entertain a king. Next question is, how was Rafiq punished? So Rafiq was chased out of the kitchen by his mother, and he was left hiding under the bed all day. And the last question is, what did the mullah's wife ask her husband to do? So the mullah's wife asked her husband to go to Rafiq, talk to him sweetly, and ask him to come for his dinner. Next, put the following sentences in order. The first sentence is in the correct place. So you will have to write these sentences according to the sequence of the story. And the first sentence is in the correct place. There was a very funny man at Akbar's court. And the second sentence according to the story is number E. This man's name was Mullah do Pyazza. And the third sentence is number D. The mullah had a son who was 6 years old. And fourth sentence is number H. One day the son behaved very badly. And the fifth is number B. His mother chased him. And sixth is number F. The boy hid under his bed. And the seventh is number C. The mullah came home and went to talk to his son. And the last and eighth sentence is number G. He joined his son under the bed. Next is working with words, part B. Use the words and phrases in sentences of your own. So you will have to make these sentences by yourself, but I'll give you some examples. First is peeped under. So he peeped under the bed. Number B is with his clever words. So he made him fool with his clever words. Called for. So the king called for the mullah. And the last is something naughty. So Rafiq had always something naughty in his mind. Next is part C, learning about language, the apostrophe. So this highlighted mark is called an apostrophe, and actually apostrophe has 3 types. But today we will learn about apostrophe of possession. So in these examples, Akbar's court, the court of Akbar. So the court belongs to Akbar. So when we will write it in the form of apostrophe, then we will have to write Akbar, then apostrophe, then S, then court. So apostrophe shows possession or belonging. Next example is the son of the mullah. So the son belongs to mullah, and in the form of apostrophe you will have to write it the mullah's son. Turn to next page. Next is part 1. Copy the sentences below, put in the missing apostrophe. So these are the sentences with missing apostrophes. A is, this emperor's court was full of musicians. So the right sentence is, this emperor apostrophe S court was full of musicians. Number B, there were poets and writers at Akbar's court. So it should be like this, there were poets and writers at Akbar apostrophe then S, coat. Number C is the boy's mother did not go to her son's room. So the correct way to write this sentence is the boy apostrophe S, boy's mother did not go to her son apostrophe S, son's room. And the D is the boy's father was Akbar's friend. So the right way to write this sentence in the form of apostrophe is the boy apostrophe S, father was Akbar, then apostrophe, then S, then friend. Next is part 2. Change the underlined words, follow the examples. So the example is the head of the boy was small. Then we have to write it in the form of apostrophe. The boy's head was small. So the first sentence is the wife of the mullah chased the boy. And the correct sentence will be the mullah's wife chased the boy. Number B, there were clever people at the court of the emperor. So the right sentence is there were clever people at emperor's court. Number C is Mullah do Piazza crawled under the bed of his son. So the correct sentence is Mullah do Piazza crawled under his son's bed. Number D is the name of the man was Mullah do Piazza. So the correct sentence is the man's name was Mullah do Piazza. And the last is the words of the boy made his father speechless. So the correct way to write this sentence is the boy's words made his father speechless. Next is part 3. Find the mistakes and write the sentences correctly. So these sentences are written incorrectly, so we have to find out mistakes and rewrite these sentences. So the first sentence is the old man goes to market yesterday. This sentence shows past indefinite tense, and always remember that in simple sentences of past indefinite tense, second form of the verb will be used. So in this sentence we will use went instead of goes. So the correct sentence will be the old man went to market yesterday. Number B is houses to I see tomorrow. So this is not the right way to write this sentence, and the correct sentence is I see 2 houses tomorrow. Then next is all the birds flies in the sky. This sentence shows present indefinite tense, so let me clear that in present indefinite tense, if the subject is singular, then S or ES will be added to the main verb. But in case of plural subject, we don't have to add S or ES with the main verb. So in this sentence, subject is plural. So the right way to write this sentence is all the birds fly in the sky. Next is please gives me 6 banana. So the right sentence is please give me 6 bananas. And number E is he couldn't able to come, but the right sentence is he wasn't able to come. And the last sentence is my mother smiled at me every day. So in this sentence, mother is singular, so we have to add S with main verb in the sentence. So it will become my mother smiles at me every day. So that's it for today's class. I hope you have understood the lesson. Take very good care of yourself and your families. See you soon, inshallah. Allah Hafiz.